Hey guys, welcome back for another pickups episode. In this episode, we're going to be looking at stuff I got the month of November, and I'm just going to focus on the first part of November up until about the Xbox One release because I got a lot of stuff right around Black Friday, and honestly, it was just too many games to put all in one pickups video, so we'll save that for the next one. But let's go ahead and get started with Sega Genesis. I got 3 games for the Genesis this month. And this first one is a game that was recommended by several subscribers on a video a couple months ago, and that is Dynamite Headdy. Dynamite Headdy is a platformer from Treasure, and Treasure developed other games like Gunstar Heroes, and most recently they did Dragon's Crown. But in all of their games, I'm noticing they're just all solid platformers. And, you know, this game really is very polished and has such interesting boss fights, just like Gunstar Heroes. And I actually got another Treasure game in the last pickups episode, and that was Ronald McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. And, you know, I've just really become a fan of Treasure after playing several of their games. But this is a really good platformer, and it's something you can pick up cheap for the Sega Genesis. So definitely check this out if you haven't played it yet. Alright, the next 2 games I got for the Genesis was a great shmup series, and that is the Thunder Force series. And I got Thunder Force 2 and 3 for the Genesis. You know, I've seen Thunder Force 2 out in the wild, but I've never seen Thunder Force 3, so I had to get that off eBay. And, you know, they're really worth what I paid for them. I really like the boss fights in these, and the graphics are really good for the Genesis, and to me that's one of the better shmups I've played on the Genesis. And, you know, definitely something that you should check out if you've never played them before. Alright, the next game I got was from the Sega CD, and that is the Working Designs RPG Vi. And I watched the opening cutscene, and it really looked like it had a very interesting story, so I'm really looking forward to diving into this one, but haven't done it yet, so I don't really have a whole lot to say on the game itself, but it did look really cool, so looking forward to playing that. And I actually got a pretty good deal on this. I think I paid maybe $25 on eBay, so, you know, Working Designs games are definitely going up in price, and that's not a bad price for a Working Designs game. And now I only lack one Working Designs game for the Sega CD to complete all the Working Designs games for that system. Alright, moving on to the Sega Saturn. It's December. Christmas is right around the corner. I had to pick up Christmas Nights into Dreams. And actually, when I picked up the game itself, it came in just this little sleeve. And I actually bought this DVD game case separately on eBay, and it really looks good, very nice. You can choose from several different designs from this seller, so you could go with like a black case. I went with a white one, just so it wouldn't contrast with the other Sega Saturn games, and it looks really good. I was really impressed with this. But Christmas Nights into Dreams, big fan of Nights into Dreams, and glad to own this. And you might see a Christmas episode coming up, which will feature this and another Christmas game. But really cool, glad to own this. And this next game is the last Working Designs game I needed for the Sega Saturn, and that is Ironstorm. Ironstorm is an RTS set in World War II. Very unique. I played a few hours of this, and it was pretty cool. I liked it, but it's definitely different. Not what I was expecting, but a cool game, and got this for a really good price. Alright, and talking about getting a game for a good price, I picked up Shinobi Legions. And I paid about half of what it normally goes for on eBay. A really good Shinobi game. I'm a big fan of the Shinobi series, and I popped this in, had never played it before, and instantly I was having a great time. It's just classic Shinobi, and a good game. Definitely check it out if you've never played Shinobi Legions. It's not something that you see out in the wild very much. This is the first time I saw it, and was glad to grab this. Alright, and these next 2 games on the Game Boy Advance were actually recommendations from Games of War. Definitely check out his YouTube channel if you haven't ever been there before. He has a lot of great game recommendations. But I'm a big fan of Ultra Beast on the Sega Genesis, and it's actually all my top 10 Sega Genesis games. I did a video a while back on that. But I didn't know there was a sequel to it, and after watching Games of War video, I actually found out that there was one on the Game Boy Advance, and I picked up Ultra Beast Guardians of the Realm. And a really cool game. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Ultra Beast, and I had to pick this up when I saw it existed. And really fun, had a lot of good times playing this. Once you get powered up to your Ultra Beast state, you kick ass. I mean, you're almost unstoppable. But really cool game. Definitely check this out. Alright, the second game I got was another recommendation from Games of War, and I picked this up for maybe $4 on eBay, and that's a complete copy of Sigma Star Saga. And I haven't really dug into this one yet, but it looks great. Games of War actually did a review on this game a little while back, and it looked great. I had to pick it up when I saw that. Alright, moving on to the PS4. The PS4 came out this month, and I picked up, I don't know if you saw my PS4 unboxing video, but I picked up the Black Flag edition of Assassin's Creed 4, and I played a little bit of this game, and I love the pirate aspect of it, and looking forward to diving into this some more. Just haven't had time. There's so many games that came out this month, but really good so far. Looking forward to finish it. I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series. Alright, the next game I picked up for the PS4 was Killzone Shadowfall. If there's one game that you buy for the PS4 that really showcases the graphics, it's probably going to be this game. Really cool, really good lighting effects and particle effects in this game. The story's a little bit bland from what I've played so far, but wow, there's a lot of action and definitely a good first-person shooter. Probably not going to win a whole lot of awards for the story, but definitely a solid first-person shooter. If you're a fan of those, definitely pick up this game. And a week after the PS4 came out, we had the Xbox One release, and I picked up 3 games for that. And the first one is my favorite so far for the Xbox One, and that is Forza 5. And wow, I'm not a big fan of racing games, but I love this game. Really cool aspects of this game. The more you race, the more of your unique features are actually put into the game, and it makes a drive-avatar. And what's cool about that is your friends that actually own Forza actually will race against your drive-avatar, and your drive-avatar can earn you points by racing in their races, which is really cool. And you know, it's when you're not actually playing the game, so you can earn points when you're offline. But there's so many different tracks and race cars and unique upgrades, and it's just such a deep game. And I haven't even scratched the surface on all of the different tracks and series and all that, but a really good racing game. Like I said, I'm not a huge racing fan, but this might have made me one. A great game for the Xbox One, and it looks amazing. Just like with Killzone Shadowfall, if you're going to buy one game that really showcases the graphics for the Xbox One, I think Forza is probably the one that's going to do that. Alright, next for the Xbox One, I picked up Ryse Son A Brawl. And I'm a big history buff, and there's not a whole lot of games out there that let you play in the Roman time period, so I was really intrigued by this game. I love action games like God of War, and this looked right up my alley. I've played about 2 chapters of it so far, and I'm really liking it. You know, I know it got a lot of heat for the story, but from what I've seen of the story so far, it's not bad at all. Definitely check this out. It might not be something that you buy day one, but maybe if it comes down 10 or 20 bucks, definitely check this out. I think it's worth it. And last but not least, Battlefield 4. I'm a big fan of the Battlefield series. The graphics are outstanding. If you're a big fan of first-person shooters, definitely check this out. This is a must-buy, whether it's on Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, or PS4. Alright guys, that's it for this Pickups episode. Please don't forget about my Christmas giveaway. The drawing will be next Sunday, so definitely don't miss that. You have to be a subscriber to the channel and leave a comment on the Christmas giveaway video. But there's a lot of great prizes. Definitely check that out. If you have any questions or comments about any of these games I got this month, please leave them down below. Please like the video, and guys, as always, We'll see you next time.